everybody, it's Wendy. I'm hanging out here in the gazebo for a little while this evening, just enjoying the sounds and the animals and the birds and the squirrels and everything around. But I just wanted to give a little video explaining the sales group on Facebook. Okay, so I'll link the buy and sell group in the description box below this video. But I just wanted to, because a lot of people have questions, and instead of trying to answer every question, I thought I'm just going to put out a video. It'll be easier. And you guys have to excuse my appearance. I just went to Lowe's, and I'm trying to landscape our front yard. So I got some edging and some dirt, and I wanted to buy some red mulch, and they're like, yeah, we'll send somebody out there to load it for you. And then they closed their doors and like closed the store, and nobody came out to load it. So I loaded 10 bags of red mulch, 5 bags of dirt, and all the edging by myself. So I'm kind of like, whew, you know. But anyway, I wanted to make this video. So yeah, my hair's a little frazzled and I'm like kind of hot and sweaty. So that's one reason I came out here, just to cool off a little bit. But anyway, I wanted to address a few of the questions. So the Facebook group started out as just a group for me to sell the gemstones lots in. But I know that, number one, there's not a lot of craft shows going on right now because of COVID. I actually don't know if I usually participate in the Etsy West Virginia craft show that happens at the holidays, and it's usually on Small Business Saturday. And it's a huge show, and I usually sell a couple $1,000s worth of products at that show, and that helps me get the money for Christmas. So I've done that for the last several years, and this year I don't know if they're going to have it. And now that I'm in North Carolina, I don't know if I even qualify for it anymore. So that's out for me, and I know a lot of other people are having trouble. I know some places are having craft shows. I don't really understand how it works, how some places can do some things, other places can't. We went to Disney, or to Orlando, this last a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't go to Disney or any of the parks because you had to wear a mask in the parks, and it was so hot. I mean, it would just be miserable. My nephew works security in one of the parks, and he was like, it's miserable. And so we didn't go to any of the parks, but we drove by Volcano Bay, which is a water park, and there were people, like lines and lines of people up. You could see them with no masks on. So I don't understand why you don't have to wear a mask in Volcano Bay, but you do have to wear a mask in Disney World or any of the other. It makes no sense. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. But anyway, some places are having craft shows, some places aren't. I have no idea why, who knows. But anyway, I know that you guys, a lot of you depend on the craft shows, or you don't have a way to start your own website. I got very blessed when I started my website. I posted on Facebook asking if any friends were knowledgeable in that area that could help me build a website. And I have a friend who I've been friends with, went to church with growing up as a kid, and he does that for a living, and he helped me, or he built my website and has helped me along the way. So thankfully I had that, and I know a lot of people don't. So that helped me with my website. As far as Facebook and YouTube and all that goes, I have learned all that by myself through trial and error. But I know a lot of people aren't, tech savvy. I'm not, but Chris is a tech guy. My boys, I think Landon could hack into the Pentagon if he wanted to. I mean, my kids are like, really techie. So they've helped me in some ways as well. A lot of it I've just learned on my own. I have an Etsy store. I don't have much in it because I had the Etsy store for 3 years and never sold a thing. So Etsy's such a huge platform, and there are so many people on it that in order to get found, you have to really, I don't know how you make that work. I've never been successful on Etsy. So, and I've never tried the other platforms. I think there's one called Shopify, and as far as like Mercari and Poshmark go, people don't want to pay the prices that handmade jewelry should get. Those are like yard sale sites. They want everything as cheap as they can get it. So, that's not been successful either. So, anyway, that's one reason I turned this into a buy and sell group, because I think we all jewelry makers, especially handmade crafted stuff, You know, we need an outlet to put our things up there. So hopefully we can grow this. And if you guys have friends, tell them about it. Let's try to grow it. We can all buy and sell on here. So there are some rules, and I have them posted on the site. Please read them. Please don't just jump on and start posting and then get angry with me when your posts don't get approved. Please read the rules. There's a helicopter flying over or something, a plane, I don't know, sorry. Anyway, I made the rules because I've done a buy and sell group on Facebook before. It was a clothing group, but believe me, they're needed. Those buy and sell groups, they need the rules, and so that's why they're there. It's not there to be mean to anybody or, you know, to be strict or to have control. I don't care. It's not that. So read the rules. Most of the rules are pretty straightforward. One thing I'm very, very big on is if someone posts a piece of jewelry, you, number one, do not comment negatively on their jewelry. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you think it's ugly. I don't care what you think about it. It's not there for you to critique, okay? This is not that kind of group. This is a buy and sell group. So if you post negative comments about someone's jewelry, I will delete you from the group. I do not want that. I don't think it's right for anyone to criticize another artisan's work, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and what you think's pretty, someone else may not think is pretty. So, you know, keep that opinion to yourself. You don't have to be heard. And number two, don't comment on people's pricing, okay? When I put jewelry up there, I try to price it fairly. Anything I put up there, I try to price it fairly. I think, what would I pay for this? You know, what is this really worth? And I try to price it that way. If you don't like the price of something someone has up there, scroll on past it, okay? The price that is there is what that crafter thinks that jewelry is worth, and it's not a barter group, okay? So those two things are big for me. The way you post, I'm looking at my notes. The way you post, you just post like you're making a regular Facebook post. You put it up there. Every post has to have a price, clear pictures, a clear description, and if you can put a general location, you don't have to put your address, okay, out there for everybody to see. You don't even have to put, you know, your town. You can just put North Carolina. Say, you know, I'm in North Carolina. It just gives everybody that's buying an idea of where, like, I don't want to buy something from England not knowing that I'm buying something from England. So if you can just put general, like when I put mine up, I put Fayetteville, North Carolina. I mean, I don't know that a stalker is going to come here and find me, so I don't know. I guess I'm not that paranoid about things like that, but some people are, and that's fine. Just put a general location, okay? Just like, you know, you can just put your state if you want. But so you need a price, a picture, a description, and general location of where you are. And that's all you need. And you put the post up, and if it meets, you know, the criteria, it has to be handmade jewelry. I will not put up paparazzi or any of that kind of stuff. It has to be handmade by the person posting it, or, you know, handmade. And jewelry components or beads or anything jewelry making supplies, those things all are what we're here about. So let's, you know, try to keep it to that. I don't want to see any clothes or furniture, anything like that. Go to the other groups for that. So that's that. But you just put the post up and hit, you know, it'll submit it for approval, and I'll approve it. So there's that. You can post anything you want in the group as far as like conversation. I mean, if you want to just post a picture of your necklace, and if you do that though, make sure that you note that it's not for sale. You're just posting it for everyone to see or whatever. So, you know, you need to be kind of careful about that. Just make sure you post if it's not for sale. And that's pretty much it. It's real easy. Bumping. Okay, so when a bunch of posts come in on the news feed, there are two ways you can sort your posts. You can sort most recent posts first, or you can sort the most recent commented on posts first. So I always sort mine most recent posts first because I want them to be in order of how they came in. That's just how I like mine. But when they come in, you know, like there's this one, this one, this one, and this one. So by the time this one that's down here, number 4, he gets on, and, you know, the day goes on and people are posting, he's being bump, 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 bump all the way down. So if you go to your comment on your post and type bump or just type anything. You can put just a period, a dot, whatever. It will bump it up to the top. So every time a post is commented on or liked or something, it bumps it back up to the top. So that's what I'm talking about with bumping. But when you have posts up for sale, like say I list a necklace and it gets bumped, it's way down at the bottom, I can bump it up once per day myself. Now, if someone comments on it, it's going to bump it up or likes it or whatever. But I just don't want, like, you know, Sally posting her earrings and every 5 minutes bumping it so it stays up at the top. And people will do that. So, you know, because you want everybody's things to get seen. So that's what I mean by bumping. If you post items, then bump them. You can bump them once a day to the top of the news feed. And then, of course, if someone comments or whatever, it'll bump it anyway. So that's what I mean by that. Handmade jewelry and jewelry making supplies are the only things, and of course conversation. You know, it's a group. It's a group to discuss things, to have fun, whatever. I had somebody ask me a question. You know, say I like somebody's necklace and I just want to comment on it, but I don't want to buy it. Well, that's good if it's for sale. That person is wanting to sell it, so if you want to comment on it, you might want to put on your comment, not looking to buy, just wanted to tell you how pretty that is, or something like that. Because if you comment on it, like if you say, oh, beautiful, then they might think that you're interested and you want in line for it. So, you know, just if you want to just comment on somebody's jewelry, that's fine. Just put, you know, that you're not wanting to buy it. You wanted to congratulate them on how pretty it is or whatever. Let's see, anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty easy. The sellers have to go in the order of the comments on the post. So if Jennifer comments and then Sally comments and then Rhonda comments, Jennifer gets first dibs. If Jennifer passes on it, then Sally's next. If Sally passes on it, then Rhonda's next. If you are caught going out of order, then you will be removed from the group, because that's a huge, huge thing. You have to go in order. Another thing, if you have a post up and someone private messages you offering you more money to skip over the people in the line, and you get found out doing that, then you will be removed from the group. That's a big no-no. You cannot do that. So, you know, I understand if somebody wants to offer you more money for it and you'd rather have more money for it and you want to let them have it, but after you've posted it and you've posted the price, then you kind of got to stick by that. So that's a big thing too. On the buyer's part now, if you comment on somebody's post that you want to buy it and that person contacts you and you make arrangements to buy that and then you don't pay or you don't follow through, that's a big no-no. You will be removed from the group, okay? And you have to pay within a timely manner. Don't, you know, string people along. I say 48 hours. If it's not paid for within 48 hours, then you can move on to the next person in line, okay? So, I mean, it's really not hard, guys. It's all common sense, and it's all just social, you know, be nice to each other and treat them how you would want to be treated, and I think it'll be fun. So, yeah. You guys start posting your stuff. I'm excited to see what you make. And the jewelry supplies, yeah, they're awesome. I got in a huge shipment today of really cool stuff. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put on my website, what I'm going to put on this group. And I'm expecting some beads to come in. So, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I think it'll be a place an outlet where maybe we can sell some stuff that we couldn't otherwise sell. It's just sitting in the closet, you know. I've got a ton of jewelry in there in a big plastic tub under the bed waiting for the Etsy show to come up in the fall, and I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, I need to dig that all out and start posting it up here, I guess. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the group. If you have a problem, if something happens and you have an issue, please contact me, private message me, email me. You know, don't try to fight it out with somebody on there. I can moderate that. That's what I'm here for. And I don't want, you know, like fighting going on in the group or, you know, stuff like that. So if you have an issue, please, please, please let me know. And we'll deal with it. But yeah, so it's getting dark out here. And I'm going to go inside and I don't know what I'm going to do. I have plenty that I need to do, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But you guys have a great rest of the evening, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I think I tried to cover everything that somebody might have questions about. The bumping was a big thing. How to post is a big thing. It's just like normal on Facebook. You just put it on there, put your picture on there, and hit submit. Oh, one other thing. This is a big thing too. When your item sells, make sure you mark it sold. There's 3 little dots at the top. Like, you'll have your post here. There will be 3 little dots up here at the top of your post. Click on them, and the first option is mark as sold. Please, please mark your item sold, because that way you don't have 15 million people going, hey, is this still available? Can I get this? Or, you know, people will just know that it's sold. So that's definitely important. So I'm glad I remembered that. I'm trying to think if there's any. I wrote some stuff down, but obviously I didn't write everything down because I can't remember everything. But I think that's about it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I wanted to thank everybody for the gemstone sale, for being patient with me. I've never done anything like that before, and I know it got crazy, and I learned some things for the next time. If I ever do anything like that again, I did learn a few tips and tricks. So it was a learning experience for me as well as you all, but I hope you had fun, and I hope that you like what you got. I've sent everything out so far that I think it's all done. I have like 4 or 5 more gemstone lots that I did not get up there. I didn't have enough time, but I have them, and I'm going to get their descriptions written up and all their pictures taken and get them posted eventually. I don't know when, but yeah. And then I don't want to see any gemstones for a long, long time. Any gemstone beads for a long, long time. So, but thank you all for making it a good experience. Thank you to Carrie for helping me. I mean, I did not ask her to do that. She just jumped in and started helping, and oh my goodness, what a help it was. Yes, thank you so much. And she doesn't live far from me, like 20 minutes, so we need to get together sometime. I would love to do that. So, alright guys, have a great rest of the evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!